Hello everybody, it is me, Casey, and today we are doing Yandere Arthur, ex-listener. Now, it might be turned into a regular Arthur because Yandere Arthur isn't far from regular Arthur, so yeah, let's get straight into this. Why must you try this over and over again? You turn away from him. How many times do I have to tell you, Yin? You can't leave this place. You just turn. You didn't want to look at him. Yin, look at me. You stayed how you were. Yin, look at me. You didn't move. He stabs your arm with a vine. You wince in pain, but you keep your ground. He looks at you before saying, I know it hurts. He didn't care. He decides to go a bit farther, and he decides to stab your chest. You wince out in pain before finally looking at him. Your wounds were already healing. He looks at you with loving eyes before saying, I won't punish you if you just give me a hug. You look at the man in front of you who you used to saw as your best friend and told him everything about your powers or magic, on how you can heal, You told him about how your powers worked, how they hurt you and helped you, everything. You even told him that you had wings. That Arthur may or may have not had cut off your wings or not. I will not be saying this early in the story, so yeah. You looked at him, and he looked back at you. He is waiting for your response. You didn't want to get hurt because it still hurts. But you also didn't want to give this man the pleasure of feeling affection from you. After all, you didn't know he was gathering information on you from all those years ago. You gave in because the vines were too painful. You hugged him. He hugged you back. And you swear you can feel him grinning. When you let go of him, he looked at you before snapping his fingers and you being instantly teleported to your room. You sat there in your room, looking around for your little kitty. And you saw her. She was under your bed. You picked her up. You picked her up and placed her on your bed. She looked at your bed before twirling into a nice little pile of floof. Also, I know I hit 1K. Thank you guys so much. Don't worry, I am making a mystery video. I am also making another part of Baby Saja. I'm gonna give you guys what you want, okay? Somebody requested Twisted Sprout. Don't worry, I got that. Just calm down, people. Because I'm actually proud of myself. Anyways, you were playing around with your kitty. Just letting him play with your hands, of course. When Merlin came into your room, you knew what that meant. She was gonna check on how much power you got now. She checks, And your power is still little. She's happy with that. She knows if your power stays little, if your power is weak, then she doesn't have to put another curse on you. Thank God, you thought to yourself, because those curses are painful. And she knew that. Merlin was like a sister to you, until she betrayed you and handed you straight to Arthur. You sat in your room, playing around with your kitty, when Arthur came into the room. You instantly grabbed your blanket and covered yourself. The kitten, who was still playing with you, ran underneath the blankets. Arthur walked in, seeing that you covered yourself up. He thought that you were indecent. He said, "Yin, next time, lock the door if you're changing." "I can't lock the door anymore, remember?" "Oh yes, because of the last time of you trying to sneak out." "Yeah." "Well, don't worry, Yin. I found somebody that can help you with your wings." Your eyes lit up. Thinking about having your wings back was like a dream come true. Your wings were beautiful. They were a beautiful white, like a dove's wing. And the ends of them were black, signifying harm and harmony. This is what you loved about your wings. But ever since they took your wings, you weren't able to fly anymore. They took your wings because they thought they were powerful, and they were right. Your wings were extremely powerful. If somebody had your wings, it could mean chaos. Because your wings had one special ability. It was not the ability to fly, no. It was called creation. They take one of the feathers, and they can create whatever they want. Now, after using one of the feathers, it would fall off, and that would be it. No more feather. Now, the reason that you only used one feather per day to make whatever you wanted was because it takes a lot of energy out of you. And because the wings were no longer connected to you, it drained your energy every day. So, when Arthur told you about how you can possibly get your wings back, you were happy. You actually came up to him and actually hugged him. Not forced to hug him. You hugged him. He was smiling so happily. The kitten even came up to him and nudged himself against you. He was happy. He was extremely happy. He knew that this would get your attention. See, he knew that you loved your wings so much because you inherited them from your mom that died. So, of course, you loved your wings. He grabbed your arm and started pulling you. And you didn't know where you were going. He told you, "We are going to go see the man that's going to help you." You listened to him before nodding your head and saying, "Okay." You were happy, extremely happy. When you were there, you looked around. This looks extremely suspicious. Arthur tells you to go sit on the table. You sit on the table. A man comes out. He looked like a doctor. He came up to you. And he asked you, "So, what did your wings look like?"
They were pure white with little black ends to the wings.
Ah. And what was their ability?
The ability to my wings was that I can create whatever I want with one of the feathers. But I only use one feather per day because of it being extremely, draining of my energy.
Okay. So, I think I found her wings, he says while pulling out wings out of a bag. You looked at them before saying, "Yes, those are my wings." He hands them to you. And you tried to figure out how you were going to connect them back to your body. Arthur helped you, of course, placing them on the still fresh cuts. And slowly they reattached to you. Next thing you knew, they were attached to your body again. Now, thanks to your wings, you can now fly. You tried to take off, and you failed, because it's been so long since you had back your wings. Arthur said that he would help you through this all. You were starting to trust him again, but you knew not to trust him completely, because of him still wanting to kill little kids. You thought to yourself, maybe if I let him help me, maybe I can still try to bring back the Arthur I knew. You thought to yourself. Arthur took you back into your room and turned off the light in your room. He knew that you were tired, especially because now you had back your wings, meaning the energy has been drained out of you. Now, he had a different mission. He had to find whoever decided to take your wings away from you and use their powers. He knew that it had to be somebody powerful. Merlin came up and checked on you. She reported to Arthur that you were completely healed. Your powers were coming back slowly, but it was nothing to worry about, because as long as Arthur had chaos around you, your powers would not matter. And that is it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more, then comment that down below. If you guys want another part of Arthur, well, Yandere Arthur X Angel listener. Yes, you are an angel. Yeah, pretty much. Bye-bye.